Thank you for the applause, man. I always know when the music hits that and applause comes in, we're gonna get our cue. Have you noticed that he's really consistent with that?
Yes, I've noticed that.
Did you tell? Hey, did you figure out?
Very consistent.
I mean, but that's your thing, right? Because I mean, it's like as soon as you hear the then you bring the laughter. You did that. I mean,
Yeah, usually when it gets like right about here, this is when I.
yeah.
I'm sorry, was there a cash transaction going on?
What happened to your eye, man?
Yo,
Blood vessel problem.
Too many times he came out of his face. And this is what happens. No, that's that SARS shit. Actually, he said he just woke up and this shit just happened to him. It's that shit from last week. You got any more of that disinfectant?
Hold on, man.
You come in last week coughing.
Give it a full minute into the show. You got about what? 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
I don't have an eye sound effect though, so I'm just. I don't know what's.
You got the choking sound effect.
I have a very favorite porno flick, and it ends with the female's eye looking a little bit like that, man. That's
word. Why she got red eye from?
Yeah. It's kind of scary.
Okay. Welcome everybody. Insanity check here. Yeah. Notice, no shady banter going on, no eye winks, no lipping. Licking, and none of that shit going on. They talk. You got anything else? No, nothing. Okay, good.
Nothing else.
You conjuring stuff up?
It's not my job to. I just pointed something out.
Yes, a blood vessel popped in my eye
that I didn't notice. It's one thing to have the blood vessel pop in your eye.
There's another thing to have
following
after
the cough syndrome.
The cough syndrome. That's what I'm saying.
I'm worried about you.
I'm serious, man. You guys turned into the Toxic Avenger. Remember, he had like one fucked up eye. Remember that?
Yet another picture that needs to be shown from a movie reference for his killing sauce. Okay, 2 minutes and a half, 2 minutes 30 seconds in. Nothing's been accomplished. Okay, welcome everybody to Insanity Check. It is May 22nd.
And who are you?
Well, I believe I'm Ken.
Yeah, Ken. I'm Skillet Sauce. That's 8 right there.
Yeah. And once again, we can be followed on Facebook at Insanity Check. You can tweet to us at Insanity Check 12. You can watch these videos on our YouTube channel, Insanity Check Radio. And you can become part of our circle in our Google Plus page, Insanity Check.
Old Lummox and shit has been like waiting for us to come on for the longest. You want to say anything to it?
Hey there, Lummox.
Bitch ass Lummox.
How you doing? Feel free to call in. The number is 718-369-0411 if you feel that you need to comment or make any derogatory remarks to any one of our members here. Just knock yourself out, man. It's a digital age. It's not going to cost you a plug nickel.
He's already getting plugged.
Today we're going to talk about, of course, the devastation, not terribly surprising, but the devastation nonetheless that took place in Oklahoma. We're going to talk about that a little bit later. Interesting perspectives, one which Skillet brought to my attention, which, again, not surprising, but I just love hearing it.
Absolutely ridiculous.
But first we're going to start off with horror. Just absolute horror. Like real horror. I'll start off the bat by saying I am a pro-lifer. I believe that people should be allowed to have their abortions and whatnot have you. But like everything else, there's moderation. There's, a safe zone. There's a sane way. And of course, right to lifers don't think any type of abortion, if it's 1 week, is sane.
Yeah, you're right.
But fuck you. I believe there is, and most people proceed in this manner. However, there are apparently 2 disciples of Satan.
It's fucking Dr. Mengele and Dr. Fobbs.
Who exist and who have been exposed So, and this was found that these stories came back to back. I don't know how they got these stories back to back. I don't know.
Which makes me believe that probably there's a lot more of this going on.
Oh, I'm sure.
There's a lot more of this going on because just the caption alone, you just need to read the fucking caption because that's what stopped me. I couldn't believe what I was reading. I mean,
Well, the first one took place in, I guess, Philadelphia.
Yeah.
That's Philadelphia. Okay. So Philly abortion doctor guilty of 3 baby deaths.
Okay, that's the first caption. Here's the second caption to the second story. I mean, we can go in order, but here's the second one. Second house of horrors, abortion clinic where doctor twisted heads off of fetus necks with his bare hands is investigated in Texas.
See, now we need a build up, man. You got to build up to the trauma. You hit it with them, and come on. But anyway, so yeah, clearly that second one that's just abysmal. But so in order of their appearance into the mainstream, an abortion doctor was convicted Monday of first-degree murder and could face execution in the deaths of 3 babies who were delivered alive and then killed with scissors at his grimy hands, House of Horror clinics.
And it's like scissors to spines or something.
Yes,
like that,
basically this cat was snipping the spinal columns of babies with shears once they came out. So this guy was doing third-term abortions. I have said since I heard this story that this dude is Satan, and the women who come to him are clearly the concubines of
the
said
concubines
Satan.
of Satan. I mean, this is a whole lot of devil trilogy going on here because, first of all, what kind of cold-hearted individual must you be? See, I wish we had some women that could call in to explain. I don't know. I mean, a third trimester. I mean, at that point in time,
I was talking to a friend of mine.
Put it up to adoption.
Yeah, I was talking to a friend of mine today.
Adoption at that point. I mean,
who has 3 children, and she is also pro-abortion. But she was just sitting there. She was like, "I don't understand. You've had almost half a year to decide as this baby grows in your body what to do, and then you decide after the morning sickness, after all the biological, chemical, hormonal adjustments that your body has to go through to have a kid. You go through all of that shit, and then you decide, you know what? Nah."
But see, like I said, even if you decide that, you know what, I can't deal with it, put it up for adoption. Do something. I mean,
Well, sure.
Send it to this dude so he can fucking throw an M80 up in there and blow up the fucking child. This is horrible. I mean, this is both of these people should be just fucking torched, in my opinion.
No, but it's not just them. It's not them. Because since you brought up the second guy, I'm going to go right to his story because the snipping of the fetus spinal columns, as horrible that is, that's about as bad as that story gets. This second cat. Oh, and by the way, yeah, this dude, his name, because he needs to go to hell, even though there is no such
he's
thing.
going to hell.
Dr. Kermit Gosnell is the first dude in Philadelphia. His basic defense was that he was helping the impoverished black women of his community, who again, after 5 or 6 months, decided, you know what, this is not going to work for the club scene.
Listen,
I have to get this baby out.
I told you in that PSA we did a long time ago, they need to crop dust these areas with fucking biologicals to render.
What areas, for the folks who don't know what you're talking about?
Areas where stupid shit like this happens. That's where, man. That's what I'm saying.
Believe it or not, that was a politically correct save on Skillet's part, ladies and gentlemen. But this second one, this dude is, oh my God.
Witnesses. See, that's what I'm saying.
That's what I'm saying. It's not just them. So this guy, Houston, this is Houston now. Houston doctor Douglas Carpet. Okay. This cat not only was severing the heads with shears, or the spinal columns, as Skillet said, he was twisting the heads off of these babies.
Like he was cracking a 40. This is ridiculous. I mean, this is... The witnesses, how can you, as a person, see this? I mean, that's my thing is, okay, fine.
And my bad. I didn't have, because these bitches need to be exposed as well. There are 3 women here who you should be seeing at any moment now, who are his the office assistants. These bitches had the gall.
That's Cerebus, the 3 heads in the fucking dog. That's a fucking Cerebus.
Yeah, that's another picture I need to put up. Yeah, Cerebus. These bitches had the gall to testify and say that they not only witnessed this, but they witnessed this shit happening multiple times. They said that, how many times, if I can find the exact quote, they stood around crying because these babies kept on having their heads twisted off by this motherfucker.
Or this other shit. Sometimes he couldn't get the fetus out. He would yank pieces by piece when they were oversized. You mean like almost, ready to be delivered, full term? So he's yanking pieces. Like when you take the giblet bag out of a fucking chicken. What the fuck are you laughing at, man?
You said like when you take the giblet bag out.
What the fuck is that? That's not funny, man.
Yet everyone seems to be laughing. Another quote, when he did an abortion, what the fuck is that? Is that scissors cutting construction paper?
This guy,
I am truly around savages. I'm surrounded by animals in this place.
Okay.
Uh-oh. Insanity check, how may I help you?
When he did an abortion, what the fuck is that? Is that scissors cutting construction paper?
You can't listen to your
cut your feet off. Cut your feet off.
Yeah, and then get back to us.
Hello?
Hello.
Hello? Can you hear me?
Yes. Did you cut your feet off?
Hi. Hello, Insanity Check.
Hello.
How you doing? How may we help you?
Yeah. Okay, so
You can't listen
Okay.
to the radio and
Okay.
You got to turn everything you have off.
yes, please mute everything.
Talk to us, not the television or the computer.
Well, until she does, this is always entertaining.
Okay.
Let's just.
Oh.
Yeah.
So you get
So
your
I'm
stuff
gonna-
together. Yeah.
I'm going to read another quote here from one of these bitches. When he did an abortion, especially an over 20-week abortion, most of the time the fetus would come completely out before he either cut the spinal cord or he introduced one of the instruments into the soft spot of the fetus in order to kill it, or actually twisting the head off the neck with his own bare hands, she explained. It was a lie because his stomach was moving and you can see the stomach breathing. Then
Jeez.
these women, their defense is that they didn't know that this was illegal.
Get the fuck out of here. That's bullshit.
They didn't know twisting the head off of a baby was illegal.
First of all, whether you know it's illegal or not, what do your morals tell you? Hello, hi, hello.
hey, I'm sorry we got disconnected.
No, we
I'm
hung up
calling
on you.
via Skype, so the connection isn't great.
Oh, okay.
Okay, so I'm a nurse. I work in the operating room, and we do termination of pregnancy all the time. Now, if you can identify anything, then it's a very late-term abortion.
Now, what is your feelings on someone delivering a third trimester baby and twisting their heads?
I'm afraid that's nasty.
Oh, it was beyond
Absolutely
nasty. I mean, do you think
And
these?
I believe that these are probably very poor people who might not be able to afford going to a proper clinic and having it done.
Okay,
You know,
but,
I understand
these
that,
are-
but
poor people can tell time. They can read a calendar.
And also, they
Yes,
can
indeed
give the
they
child
can.
for abortion.
But
I mean,
yeah.
adoption. You know, to me,
Yeah, I mean, if you can physically twist a head off, that's quite late term.
and how do you feel about these three women's defense that they didn't know that it was illegal? You know, there's descriptions
No,
that
I
there's
don't
blood
believe
all
that
over the
at all.
floor.
I can't imagine that there's anyone who doesn't know that there is a cut-off period for these
And
things.
by the way, just so you know, in this particular doctor's case, a late-term procedure costs between $4,000 and $5,000. So these people weren't poor. They
So-
were fucking monsters.
That's ludicrous because you can go and get one earlier.
Exactly.
Well, that's our point. Yes.
I mean, I have a question.
Yeah.
Yeah.
During your time of giving these abortions, have you ever used Crayola crayon scissors?
No,
give it-
absolutely not. We use a suction catheter thing, and you cannot identify any of the body. There's no body parts to identify. It just looks like a little mass of tissue.
So what is?
So
I know it's
this
probably
is
different.
This is where I am. It's the legal term for abortion.
So, 'cause
And
that's what I
there
always
is
thought. I always thought it
nothing
looked
that you
like-
can identify as the body part.
That's what I thought. I thought it just looked like a globule of like some tissue-like stuff that you know would eventually develop into a
like
child.
Tissue. It looks like a huge blood clot.
Yeah. Oh, that's what I
Early on,
thought.
All you're looking at is something that looks like a blood clot.
Oh, okay.
Okay. Well, thank you very much for your expert input here. I think we're all on the same page that these people.
Okay, no. I want to hear something.
If you can twist off a head, then you are way into the pregnancy.
You're completely
That is-
demonic. But what do you think this person's fate should be? Just, from a woman's perspective, what do you think should happen to this doctor?
He needs to go to jail for a very long time at the very minimum.
At the bare minimum, okay, because I say he should be put to death, or they should put wet leather around his head and put him in the fucking sun
he
or
should have-
something terrible.
I just can't understand how women can get to a stage in the pregnancy where that advanced in a pregnancy.
Right.
Yeah, that's true. Well,
Yeah, you can't not know. It's very rare that you not know you're pregnant for 8 months.
8 months. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. There's no,
it's
and then
crazy.
you're collecting the $4,000 to $5,000. So, but either way, thank you very much for your expert opinion as usual.
So yeah, I mean, listen. Quite frankly, you and the caller are going off easy. Going easy.
No. See, I think because I still, look. Obviously, in a lawless society, what I would do to this dude would be something like medieval. But in today's society, where you can't get away with skinning motherfuckers slowly over the period of a couple of months,
kidnap this motherfucker, take him to the dock, rent out your tools, go to fucking what's that? The Home Depot. Get your tools ready and work this motherfucker for about 6 days.
Clearly, this should, if we lived in that kind of society, you should make an example out of this dude. I mean, you should pour acid in both of his fucking eyes. Slather him with fucking honey and let fire ants just eat the skin off this motherfucker.
I'm sorry.
Let the talent do their job, engineer. Thank you.
It's amazing.
But in our society, I think just clearly, this dude needs to be incarcerated for life. If they don't have a death penalty there, he has to be incarcerated for life. And it has to be a public enough case to where people, this has to be brought to the light in the sense that people cannot think that this is ever an option. This cannot be an option. This guy's literally like one of the fucking Joseph Mengele's fucking camp or something like that. I mean, literally, it's like some Dr. Mengele shit. Yeah. This is incredible to me.
Yeah,
and then they said the floor was like, I'm talking about the whole floor being dirty. I'm talking about me drenched in blood. I'm like, what the fuck is this?
Well,
she was drenched in blood.
All of these people, the doctors, the assistants, the mothers, everybody.
Scene from
just
Hostel.
throw them in a fucking pit. Get the boiling acid. No, that's too quick. Boiling tar is what I meant. And, just let everybody hear them scream for a couple of days.
Or
and then just throw
bobcats
a bomb
on
in
them or
their shit
something,
and then
something
be done
terrible.
with it.
But, yeah, I mean, this is a horrible, horrible situation. And these women are just as complicit as this guy is because they didn't say anything. They didn't do anything. And as women, that's what I can't understand. If this was 3 guys, maybe, even that, morally, you should still know. But 3 women.
Yeah, it's hard.
And then not kids. 3 women to somehow not see the moral incorrectness of this horrible shit is just beyond me. Everyone needs to go to jail. Everyone.
But anyway, we're going to come back with our tornado story.
It's just, yeah.
And probably talk about somebody else who also needs to go to jail. We'll be back in a couple of minutes.
We're trying to